Maybe it's just my camera getting old. But like I said, I'm backstage with Tony Bellew at Matchroom Show in Birmingham. Tony, how are you, first of all?
I'm okay, thanks, mate. How's it going?
All right. Is it your birthday today? Is it?
Some say it is. Just feels like another day.
Well, happy birthday, Tony. And what a better gift than to be here with me in Birmingham, backstage talking boxing. I'm going to go straight to the main event.
Okay.
Two good fighters.
Brilliant fighters.
That gel well. Talk to us about how that fight goes, Tony.
I don't know if they'll gel well. Southpaw orthodox, both master boxers.
Yep.
It's going to be a brilliant chess match. Do you know what? I know Sonny's the favourite, and he should be, being a former world champion. So much more professional experience. I'm going against the grain. Won't go out your fight.
Are you going stoppage?
Well, how do you know I'm going to say that? I am, yeah. I don't know if he's an hard enough punch to stop me, but I just think that cut's going to open up.
Right. Okay. So you said okay, because I'm thinking about Sonny's feet. He's very elusive, isn't he?
He is.
Canel's got to catch him
and then go again. Yeah. Which he can, but Sonny's not really much of a puncher, but he hits hard enough to get your respect. I just think I've watched and looked at different fights of his going backwards, the Marcel Braithwaite fight, and getting dropped, and I just think there's questions to be answered. But they're all going to get answered tonight. Both of them are brilliant fighters. It's refreshing to see a promoter stick two of his best prospects at the weight in against each other, because usually what the promoter would do would let these go separate ways. Yep. Both win world titles, which one's already done, the other one's more than capable of, and go, right, we'll meet at a crossroads or a unification fight. Whereas I think you've got to give Eddie credit and go, you know what, he's just gone, let's do it now. If you're good enough, you're ready. So it's a bit of a sink or swim.
How would you say that boxing's evolving? I know you've been out of the game, you haven't been out of it that long, but since you've left, what are the most, I don't know, the significant changes that you've noticed in the sport? Because to me, even the last 12 months has been nuts, but you've been in there, behind the scenes, in the ring. What would you say the biggest changes, Tony?
The prize. The prize is the money. So that's significantly gone up. And the fighters I've always deserved it, I've always said that. So His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh coming to the game has just changed the whole game. It's changed the whole circumference of boxing and how it is, how it's structured, how it's done, what can be done, what can't be done. He's changed the whole game, and I'm so happy he's done that. So yeah, it's not since Harold Lewis has someone done that. So yeah, it's just me. He's shook up all the promoters. He's brought them all together, and he just deserves so much credit.
So what about the broadcasting? We've got obviously DAZN. DAZN's picking up a lot of the promotional companies. Yeah. Queensbury's the last one that they picked up. But me, I always like to throw a bit of a spanner in the works. We had Most Valuable Promotions. Obviously, you was out there doing your bit. They've aired their first fight with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, and obviously the main was Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Yeah, much rather not fight, really. But it is what it is. Circus.
The circus, but you were there though.
Yeah, I went there. I didn't stay for the fight. I went there because I didn't stay for the fight. I had no interest in the fight. It was horrific. It was very, very sad to watch. But listen, I understand that it is what it is. But just fight someone who's fit and healthy and someone who's not a granddad. That's all I'd say. I've got no problem with them fight. Like, listen, you know when you see misfits?
Yes.
I've got no problem with that. Fair play.
Because it is what it is.
It is what it is. Brilliant. They all fight each other. And I think KSI's done an absolutely wonderful job. He was like the own modern day WWE star the other day. That's what it was like when I was watching on social media. I just flicked through and come across him, and he's doing a great job. But what I witnessed in Dallas was just frightening. Even the way he was sat there, the way he was so subdued, he just didn't care. That's not Mike Tyson. I mean, Mike Tyson left boxing 20 odd years ago. And that was Mike. That weren't I and Mike Tyson, and that's what they paraded it to be, and it wasn't that. It was unfair, but I can't lay any of the blame at someone like the great Mike Tyson's feet, because if that was offered to me, I'd do it.
Like you said, everyone's got a price, right?
Everyone in the world's got a price. If Elon Musk's got a price, everyone's got a price. Every single person on the planet Earth. So I can't knock Mike Tyson at all. But, you know, I just think it's sad that Jake Paul's targeting granddads. And you know what? He doesn't have to do it because he's not actually that bad. You know,
he takes it seriously. I will give him that.
Listen, he trains hard. He works really hard, and fair play to him. But you know, why are you targeting a granddad, mate? You know, he's 58 years old, and you know he's a full 58 years old. There's 58-year-olds, and then there's 58-year-olds. This is a worn-out man who's been through so much in his life, and it just wasn't nice to see. The only thing I'll give Jake Paul credit for is the fact that he took his foot off the gas.
You really think he did?
Yeah, I don't think I know.
Because I haven't watched it.
No,
so.
he had him out in that last round.
Okay.
He was there for the taking, and he knew it. And he bowed at him, and he touched his glove, and he let him survive. So for that, you know, I'm not going to go in ridiculously hard on him. I just think, yeah, fair play. So.
What about what it did for the girls? You got Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor. Yet again, I think whoever they fight under, it's always going to be a magnificent fight. But the promotion for that was phenomenal.
You'd have to understand that these girls sold out Madison Square Garden. This weren't the first rodeo. Like, yeah, people are making out like
he was the first one to do it.
Yeah, when they sold out Madison Square Garden, the girls on the backs themselves, not off the back of Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. They sold Madison Square Garden themselves and put on the best fight I've ever seen live themselves. Jake Paul was nothing to do with it. So all this, Jake Paul's what he's doing with women's boxing. Listen, it's what he's doing to boxers like Mike Tyson and
so that's your gripe.
That's my only gripe. The other fights on the bill, I hope you all got paid great money, which by all accounts they did. That's fantastic. Just why are you going top of the bill and fighting a granddad? That's all I'd say.
If you was to see Jake Paul fight somebody, and you're talking about,
give him all the credit in the world. I gave him credit for fighting Anderson Silva. I gave him credit for that. Anderson Silva might not be a boxer, but he's beat boxers.
Yeah.
But, you know, I gave him credit for fighting Anderson Silva. I said, fair play, well done. I've got no problem. If someone deserves that, I'll give them it. But then when you're doing things like he's done against Mike Tyson, I just find it wrong and disturbing. Really, that's the word, disturbing. It's disturbing to see a man fighting a granddad who's nearly double his age. It's frightening.
Netflix coming into boxing, going up against DAZN. Like I said, I like to throw a spanner in the works, and I like what they are able to offer a lot as well as a massive. They are the original app. If we're going to look at apps, not boxing apps, streaming apps. How do you think they'd fare if they said, you know what, we're going to take on the American side of it, we're going to probably do more work with Most Valuable Promotions, and we're going to go head to head with DAZN? What do you think of that? Or is that just me just stirring up stuff that's not really there?
In all honesty, I don't think they've got the interest.
Really?
No. And it wouldn't generate the numbers that they used to, if I'm being totally honest. Don't see it at all.
Even after the numbers that they generated for the last one?
So-called numbers, but are they definite? Are they what? I don't know what the numbers are. I have no idea, but I know my bleeding link was 2 minutes behind, and believe you me, I'm a Netflix subscriber, as if the whole world is. And I was seeing notifications of mates coming up in my WhatsApp group, like they were well ahead of me, and I was like, what the hell's going on? How do you know it's over, or how do you know? Has he been knocked out? And they were like, yeah, we're in round 3, and I'm at the end of round 1, and I was absolutely furious, but it is what it is. I mean, listen, it's called teething problems when you first start a big project like that, and they deserve credit for, well, I don't want to say deserve credit. They should never have entertained Mike Tyson in a boxing ring against a man half his age.
And I respect your opinion for that, Tony, because you're a fighter, you're an ex-fighter, you're a retired fighter, you get it. It's almost like you getting to 59 and then, somebody that's just,
exactly. Someone put it on me at 59, I'm doing it. I'm not gonna lie. I'll lay no blame with that Mike Tyson's feet, because we've all got a price, and Mike's got one too, and fair play. The saddest part is the people who've made it happen and put it together. Why not just go and fight? Do you know what? You really want to do so? I'm trying to think of a fighter who's
same.
I mean, just
is he cruiserweight?
Andre Ward. I think that's okay.
Okay.
Dre's might be a bit younger than me or a bit similar age to me.
Not sure.
But yeah, fair play. I mean, he's able-bodied. He's been retired 5-6 years, similar to me. But I'm not.
Would you fight him?
No, I've got no interest in it. What do I?
If he slaps like some big like dough and said, Tony, you come over, you're causing havoc. Here's some big, like, the cash.
Once again, of course I've got a price.
Okay, so it's got to be the right price.
But it's not even about, I mean, do I want to? No. But if someone comes to me and said, we've got X here, of course I'm going to do it. I'm not going to lie and say, no, I won't do it. Of course I would. But do I want to do it? No, not really. I've got no interest in going back to camp. Yeah, it wouldn't have to go for that long, to be honest, but I've got no interest in it, really. I've got no real interest.
Confidence.
Yeah, I've got no interest in it. I'm retired. I've been retired 6 years. I've done all right with me poke. And yeah, I enjoy my job now. I enjoy on the other side of the ropes. Yeah, I enjoy helping fighters, which I've done. I've managed fighters to world title fights. I've managed fighters to British title fights, British champions, European. So I've done all that, and all the managing I've done just to let Jake Paul's man know, who's part of that promotional company. I managed them fights for free.
Did you?
I didn't take a penny. I've never took a penny off any fighter. So and I've got fighters at world title level on hundreds of thousands of pounds. I've never took a penny off them.
What's in it for you when you're doing that for free? And that's just a business. So you genuinely just want to help them?
I just want to help. Stop them getting ripped off. I remember someone trying to rip me off in the pro game.
Donna said the same thing, to be fair, because she does it as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's a lovely girl, Tash. My little mate, me and Tash have grown up together, so our families are quite close. I never took a penny off them, and I could have. The title was 25%. And I had one fighter who was fighting for a world title fight on hundreds of thousands of pounds, and he was adamant, I've got to take a percentage of my money. I was like, I'm not taking it. So, do me a favour. What I've done for you, you do for someone else.
Pay it forward.
And he's doing it, now. So fair play to him. So, yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to be stupid city and say I don't need it. We can all find something to do with the money. But ultimately, I'd rather it go in his pocket and then him pass the lessons on that I've taught him, instead of going, well, he took the percentage, so I'm going to take percent, and it just carries on and carries on.
Fair enough.
And yeah, by giving a little bit back, you're just giving a little bit back.
Anthony Joshua, I've got to ask you about his fight with Daniel Dubois. Obviously, he's not fighting Daniel Dubois yet. There's all sorts of rumours, nothing confirmed, but it looks like it's potentially Joseph Parker. You know what? Potentially. It's a rumour, isn't it? Okay. For obviously Daniel Dubois.
There's no one more deserving.
Yeah, a very improved fighter. But I want to ask you about Anthony Joshua. You've known him for a long time. You've seen it. You watched him grow, as it were, in boxing. What is it with him now? Where is he in his career? And this is just your opinion as a fighter, not as his friend, but as a fighter. What do you see?
He please himself. And he has every right to just please himself, pick what he wants to do. He might just go, do I need this? Financially, he absolutely doesn't know. In his mind, in his heart, in his body, his physicality, does he need it? Probably does, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably wants to clean the slate and get things sorted, but when you get to the position and the status of someone like Josh, what is there left to achieve? I mean, you've been unified heavyweight champion of the world, not once, but twice. You've been Olympic gold medalist in the quickest number of fights ever. Unified champion in such a short number of fights. It's just record after record, and I think, like, what's motivating you? I think he now realises he just likes fighting.
Does he?
It's not the money that motivates you at that stage. It's certainly not the fame, because that's just a distraction. He just likes fighting, and he likes the schedule. He likes the regime. He likes the day-to-day work that he has to put in place. And like I say, the routine is everything. So I don't think he's fighting to defeat one man. I don't think he's carrying on fighting to win all these belts or stuff. I just think he's fighting because, you know what, he just likes fighting.
So when you saw him lose the way he did, what did you think then?
I was gutted.
It's a surprising way for him to lose, is what I'm getting at. But I understand it can happen.
In the heavyweight division,
from the get-go, Tony. From the get-go, he was...
he wasn't there. I agree. He turned up to a gunfight with a knife.
All right.
So it's just one of them things.
Why do you think he did that?
I think sometimes he overthinks things, but there's many fighters that do that. I think Lennox Lewis was very similar. He was doing it as well. Lennox used to go in the ring and overthink things, when I think Lennox could have went in there and got rid of people in double quick time. It's just, it's the experiences that fighters go through and what they do to fighters. So they experience certain things in the career. I done it. I remember the first time I got dropped, made me super wary. When Adonis Stevenson stopped me, I liked heavyweight. I definitely thought I was chinny for years. For a good 2 years after.
So
I thought,
it stays in
yeah,
there.
it
It's like
stays, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't change your mental makeup. Yeah, it's all right saying it and talking it in press conferences and sitting there saying, I feel great, I feel this, but when you get in that ring and you can't shake it, you can't get off, you just go, I've got to get through this. And it's hard, it's really, really hard. So I don't know if he's the same, I don't know, but I'm telling you my personal experience, because there's nothing in this silly game I haven't experienced. From getting dropped to getting stopped, from hands broken fights to face broken fights to gashes over eyes, knockdown, getting up from knockdowns to knock them out, all of these different things. But when they happen for the first time and certain things go on, they just change your mental makeup and they change your mindset. And that's so hard to get back to your old mindset. And I think at times when he's super confident, everyone goes, oh, the old AJ's back. It's not the old AJ, it's just AJ. They're all versions of AJ. Right. It's just that he's overcoming different things of what he's gone through. And that's all it's down to. So when he's at his most confident, you're going to see him so destructive, letting his hands go flying, rapid combinations, knockout punches. But when he ain't feeling great and when he's questioning himself and second questioning himself on second and third phase attacks, that's where you see he's like, oh, he doesn't look fluid, he doesn't look relaxed, he doesn't look himself. He is himself, but he's overthinking. And
that is so dangerous, though, in that moment.
I remember the late, great Emmanuel Stewart slapping Lennox Lewis on the chest, slapping him so hard on the chest, telling him he's there for the taking, go and take him out or you're going to get your ass knocked out. And that's the best coach ever, in my opinion, just telling one of the greatest heavyweights ever, stop overthinking it. Let your hands go. It's like he used to hate him playing chess. Manuel Stewart used to hate Lennox Lewis playing chess because he's always thinking and he's trying to be one step ahead all the time. And sometimes you don't need to be one step ahead, you just need to let your fucking right hand go.
That rawness that you guys have, isn't it?
Yeah, but what I said, you experience certain things in your career and they make you, they made me a better fighter. They made me appreciate defence more. They made me go to someone like Dave Caldwell and focus and target on certain things. But ultimately, it's how you cope after the setback. It's how you come back from the losses. And has Josh still got loads more left? Absolutely. I mean, he's probably the best physical specimen in the heavyweight division. I don't think there'd be if you were comparing as a physical athlete and specimen, there isn't one better than him.
But it's not the physical, is it? All the time, it's all it's here.
70% mental and 30% physical.
So how do you think then, Tyson Fury? I'll move on to the last one before I let you go, even though I don't want to because it's your birthday and anyway. But Tyson Fury goes in against Alexander Usyk.
Yeah.
Who you've shared the ring with before.
Unfortunately.
I really enjoyed Tyson Fury's first fight with him. I enjoyed it a lot.
Great fight.
Really good fight, exciting fight. But how do you think it goes this time, Tony?
Do you know what? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it was that good and he won in a manner and a way that I never thought he could. I picked him to win.
Did you?
Yeah, I picked him to win from the start and everyone said, oh, you picking him because you beat you. No, not at all. I just picked him because I know what he can do, I know what he's capable of, I know how good he is. But I'm not going to lie, by saying I think he'd won, I picked the right guy. I didn't make the correct analysis on how he'd win, because I thought he would box him on the back foot, move out, and to bully him was just unreal to watch. I was sitting there thinking, wow, what is going on? I was watching, just thinking, what the fuck's going on? And he's be like the middleweight bully and the heavyweight, and I just thought, this is nuts, and he just didn't stop. And the best part about it, he told us in all the build-up.
He did.
I will not leave you alone.
He did.
I will not leave you alone.
And he said it again as well.
Yeah. So, don't get me wrong. I don't think he can do the same again.
Okay.
I don't think
he has to change his strategy.
He won't get away yet. He won't get away with it again because Fury will know. Fury was taken by surprise. I say that because fighters, when they're taken by surprise, they can't change. It's very similar to Anthony Joshua with Andy Ruiz.
Yes.
In the first fight, when he was taken by surprise, you can't change mid-flow because your mindset is on it. And you just can't get your head around it. It's so hard to explain to someone. It really is. I've had it before. I've been in fights and I've thought, this fella's absolutely dreadful. And then he's been better than I've thought. And I haven't been able to change my mindset of what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. And it's just been nuts, yeah. So I've experienced it. It's hard to explain, but the best way to give it that explanation is that AJ and Andy Ruiz first fight, he looked at him and just thought he's a blancmange. He's here for a payday. And when he nailed him back, he just couldn't shake it until he just couldn't do it. He couldn't believe what was going on. So it's the way it goes. It's boxing. It's a mad game. It's an even crazier business. But ultimately, we get all the answers on the night.
We get all the answers on the
night. I'm really excited about this. This is perfect for me. This is the chess match of all chess matches. It's the awkwardness of Sonny, the skill and the class of Sonny against the pure brilliance of Galal Yafai. So I am edging towards Galal. Don't get me wrong, I can make a scenario where Sonny wins as well, because he just might not be able to deal with Sonny's awkwardness. But he's that long in the tooth with the international experience. Galal Yafai has seen every style. He has seen nothing will faze him. Olympic gold medalists don't just fall off trees. They are exceptional fighters, and to overcome the styles he's done in amateur boxing at that level is really something else. It's very, very rare you'll see an Olympic gold medalist be befuddled with a style. It's very, very rare. So, but I say it's very rare, doesn't mean it can't happen.
Doesn't mean it can't happen.
You'll
Listen, an absolute pleasure.
Thanks,
Thank you so much for your time, Tony. You got me backstage, ladies and gentlemen. I might never get back again. You know what to do, like, subscribe, all the funky stuff. And big thanks to the big man, Tony Bellew.
Thanks, son. See you after.
All right,
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.